Hello, Tuber Nation. It is me, ZPlaneBoss, coming at you in the early evening. I think you guys are used to seeing me in the daytime, but it is the night here at ZPlaneBoss's lair. Wanted to check in with you and introduce my next sidebar number 8, I do believe. But this one is number 8, take two. I did a vid early this morning after I went for a run. The video basically talked about depression, feeling blue. I didn't like the way the video turned out because I think the spirit in which the video was shot was, a little bit of the attack of the blues on ZPlaneBoss. And I don't want these sidebars to reflect that spirit. So, so in the spirit of a sidebar, the spirit of knowing that God is faithful, that within the obedience of His provision in the now, the kingdom is near. And even in our trials, even in our frustrations, that thistle and thorn that I spoke about, that the word speaks about, that even in that struggle, God is there, and He is our Father, and all good gifts flow down from the Father of lights. Who are those lights? Light is our garment that we will put on. It is the righteousness of Christ imparted onto us, for He is light, so that we are light. So that's a spirit. That's the spirit of these sidebars I'm going to keep. But I still want to discuss the sidebar issue of depression. Okay? The thing that threw me into, wanting to kind of get too earthy, too much, I guess, of the earth instead of in the earth and not of the earth. When we start a particular thread that leads to possible a bondage that we may have to certain ways of thinking that are not necessarily of good report, as the Bible says, it's not delightful, it's not, there's truth in it, there's definitely truth, but it's a way of seeing truth from seeing what is not true, if you follow that. Because, light is only known as light if there is a contrast of darkness for it to illuminate. So you see what I'm saying there, right? But so depression kind of gets a real, a bad label. For some folks, depression is not necessarily wallowing in self-pity or trying to get attention, some kind of hypochondriac reaction to get attention. As we all know that attempting certain types of suicide where you cut across, not this way, and mostly it's people's cries for attention. And my heart goes out to them also, because certainly in my early years, my proneness to what they call depression was, it was a mixture. Even at that age for me, it was a mixture of what I'm about to talk about, and maybe wanting to get attention or insecurity, trying to get my way by, I don't know. But anyway, TMI, too much info there, So, what I posted in a discussion, way of communicating in YouTube, the discussion area, and in I think it gets posted to Google Plus also. So hopefully somebody's getting those posts. But I posted the section in the Beatitudes, Christ's teachings, right, that are just paradoxically beautiful, and he said, blessed are those who mourn, blessed are those who are sad in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of God. Okay, what does that mean, sad in spirit? I believe it means that there are certain individuals, and most likely a lot of individuals, that we see things. I mean, we see the world in sharper contrast than maybe greater 50% of others or something. I don't know. Percentages, right? It's all about percentages. I'm not claiming that I'm gifted in this ability to have discernment of souls, I guess. But there are a lot of us that have this gift of discernment. It may not be one's primary gift, the gift that, as my mother states, it burns within you, and it needs to come out, like Isaiah, I believe, or maybe it was Jeremiah the prophet, that said it's like a fire that burns and I can't keep it from coming out, my gift in that is, teaching. I love to teach. I love to teach in the spirit of truth. So, but anyway, we have that gift of discernment, and a person with that gift, sees things, and it hurts them to see things that are broken, You know, they see it in themselves, they see it in others, and they want to fix themselves, they want to fix others, and it can't be done. It can't be done. Because every individual has choices, and we often misinterpret, let's say, discernments. I know, for me, discernment is more of a learned gift, and probably from early childhood. But I've learned not to trust it, all the time, because my discernment powers for, I should say, my discernment powers, my superpower, my superpower of discernment, isn't, always to be trusted when it's with those I care about, with those people I love, because, I get that one wrong all the time, because it's clouded. It's clouded. It's either too harsh, or it's too naive, so to speak. But anyway, there's a sadness when we look at life, and when we look at the longings of ourselves and the longings of others, the interplay of trying to fill that proverbial void that is in all of us, every human, a void that can only be filled by our Creator, who knows and loves us, yet while we were sinners. So this is the great anchor in the harbor when the seas are raging all around you. Okay, that is the place we can go and have joy in the, not joy for the brokenness of others. No, I don't think I'll ever have a feeling of joy, because, man, so many folks are being deceived by the power of Antichrist in this world, and it doesn't do my heart any good when I see that brokenness, But I do know, and I do have great faith in that the Spirit of truth is heard best in our brokenness. I know that's the way it was for me. You can do one of two things with that brokenness. You could deflect it, and as it shaming you, and then you deflect it off, and you just build a harder barrier around your heart. You could go that route, which not advisable, yeah. Or you can cry out to God. Cry out to God and ask Him to reveal Himself in that particular brokenness, whether it be a situational brokenness or just a seed of brokenness that wants to just take you to despair. Cry out to him. Cry out to him, because he is what you long for anyway. He is. And he's only been demonstrated in one person throughout all of human history, and that person is, you know who he is, right? I don't want to sound all religious here. I really don't. It's the last thing I want to do when talking about the subject of depression. Throw some religious mantra at you. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Not on time. Without a dime. And without a rhyme. So, the thing that got me in all this, sad enough or glad enough, was this television series Mad Men that came to a close Sunday night. I must admit that I grew I grew up watching my mother's soap operas. Days of Our Lives was my favorite. When I was homesick from school, it is Days of Our Lives that I remember watching, while I recuperated from, say, strep throat for the third or fourth time. But yeah, I enjoyed, that soap opera kind of thing. Obviously, nobody's life was that bad or that dramatic, but it seems like, my goodness, the drama in life does seem to be increasing as technology increases, as we try to speed up. Let's go, rock and roll, let's go. It seems like drama increases as our pace increases. Our pace for everything, but most of all for love. Trying to get love most of the time instead of giving love. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that one. I did get lost on that sidetrack. But I don't know. Help me out here, Spirit. But yeah, Mad Men. It just finished, and I really enjoyed watching that show. I feel like the characters became, I don't know, it was very intricate storyline, character development, group dynamic interplay, socio-economical, just everything from, yeah, I mean, that show just explored it all, and I'm gonna miss that show. Sad to say. I'm gonna miss it. It goes back to my childhood. Like I said, television was a place of, I think, refuge. Escape, and I don't know about that. We need to talk about television at a later time, on a dime with a rhyme. So, I don't know. I think I've said enough. I hope this helps those who suffer with the propensity to mourn, I guess, to mourn over sin, the sin of ourselves, the sin of others, and its effect on this good creation. But fear not, for the perfect creation is at hand. So, peace out.